The video captures a hazardous industrial incident during the process of unloading cargo from a truck trailer. The footage shows two workers manually dropping or unloading packages, sacks from the bed of the truck, while a third worker was walking directly below or in the immediate drop zone. Unexpectedly, as the pedestrian worker passed by, the cargo being released from the truck's bed collided forcefully with the walking worker. This created a severe impact and crush hazard from the falling materials. This event serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly require establishing a secure exclusion zone beneath all active unloading operations. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of stopping all movement of materials when pedestrians are in the immediate vicinity and ensuring that all cargo is lowered and handled in a controlled manner, not dropped, to prevent catastrophic struck-by injuries. The video captures an extremely hazardous industrial lifting failure. The footage shows a crane or hoist operating, attempting to lift a cluster of heavy, cylindrical metal poles or pipes. Suddenly, due to a cable failure or rigging issue, the lifting slings broke, causing the entire heavy load to drop violently and subsequently roll rapidly towards a nearby worker. The worker reacted immediately, running in a panic to evade the rolling cargo. Fortunately, the worker was narrowly missed by the dangerous, uncontrolled movement of the poles. This event created a severe crush and impact hazard from uncontrolled heavy objects. This incident serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols demand rigorous inspection of all lifting gear and slings before every operation, and requires workers to always maintain a secure exclusion zone and safe retreat path away from suspended and moving loads to prevent catastrophic struck-by injuries. The video documents an extremely dangerous industrial incident during the process of loading heavy machinery onto a transport vehicle. The footage shows an operator driving a mini excavator up ramps or a dock plate to load it onto a trailer. Due to a combination of an excessive ramp angle, improper travel speed, or unstable ramps, the excavator lost its center of gravity and violently rolled over onto its side. The operator was subsequently trapped within the machine's cabin. This event created a severe crush and impact hazard from the overturning heavy equipment. This incident serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols require the use of properly secured ramps with a safe slope angle and for operators to maintain slow, deliberate, and straight travel speed when loading equipment. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safe loading procedures to prevent catastrophic rollover injuries. The video documents an extremely dangerous industrial incident in a lumber or log storage area, highlighting the risk of stacked material instability. The footage shows a forklift operator maneuvering near a large, tall stack of heavy logs or timber. Due to a collision or the vibration impact from the moving forklift, the log pile suddenly lost stability and collapsed violently. The heavy, cylindrical logs then slid, rolled, and fell into the operational area, creating an immediate and severe crush and impact hazard for any personnel, including the operator, in the vicinity. This event serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols demand meticulous, stable stacking of all materials and require forklift operators to maintain a safe distance and operate slowly to prevent disturbing, unstable stored materials. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of rigorously following storage and stacking procedures to prevent catastrophic collapse injuries. The video documents a severe collision in a work area where a motorcyclist entered the operational path of a large front-end loader. The heavy loader violently struck the individual due to the operator's potential lack of visibility or situational awareness. This incident created a critical crush and impact hazard from the heavy machinery. It is a vital warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly prohibit unauthorized small vehicles in heavy equipment zones. It emphasizes the absolute necessity for loader operators to check all blind spots and for all unauthorized traffic to respect designated boundaries to prevent catastrophic site collisions. The video captures an extremely severe industrial entanglement incident involving high-speed machinery. The footage shows a worker operating near a rapidly spinning industrial shaft or roller. As the worker reached toward the operating zone, loose clothing was caught and instantly wrapped around the rotating component. The force of the rotating machine immediately pulled and yanked the worker toward the moving parts, creating a critical crush and entanglement hazard. This event serves as a vital warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand wearing snug-fitting work attire with absolutely no loose or dangling garments around moving machinery. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of never reaching into operating zones and adhering to lockout, tag-out, LOTO procedures to control energy before any intervention, preventing catastrophic entanglement injuries. The video documents a catastrophic structural failure at a construction site, showing workers operating high above the ground on a large scaffolding system. Suddenly, the entire scaffold structure failed and collapsed, sending the platform and the workers on it plummeting toward the ground below. A civilian was simultaneously walking directly beneath the structure, placing them in immediate and severe danger from the falling materials and personnel. This event serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the meticulous and rigorous inspection of all scaffolding components before every use to ensure structural integrity and proper load bearing. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of establishing clear exclusion zones below all overhead work to protect the public and ensuring all workers utilize proper fall protection systems to mitigate the risk of severe impact injuries from a proper fall. The video captures an extremely dangerous public safety and workplace incident in a busy area where multiple people are working. The footage shows two men operating on the roadside, likely loading materials onto a vehicle. Without warning, a heavy object suddenly fell with significant force from an elevated position and violently impacted one of the men. This event instantly created a critical crush and impact hazard from overhead debris. This incident serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the establishment of protected exclusion zones in any area where overhead work is occurring or where the public interface with construction or material handling is present. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of rigorously securing all materials at height and maintaining acute situational awareness to prevent catastrophic struck-by injuries from falling objects. The video captures an extremely dangerous public safety and workplace incident in a busy area where multiple people are working. The footage shows two men operating on the roadside, likely loading materials onto a vehicle. Without warning, a heavy object suddenly fell with significant force from an elevated position, violently impacted one of the men. This event instantly created a critical crush and impact hazard from overhead debris. This incident serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the establishment of protected exclusion zones in any area where overhead work is occurring or where the public interface with construction or material handling is present. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of rigorously securing all materials at height and maintaining acute situational awareness to prevent catastrophic struck-by injuries from falling objects. The video documents a severe industrial incident where a forklift violently rolled over onto its side. The operator was traveling with the lift forks raised to an unsafe height, causing the vehicle's center of gravity to shift critically and leading to immediate instability. This created a severe crush hazard for the operator. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand operators always travel with forks lowered near the ground and emphasize the necessity of strict adherence to load stability procedures and always wearing a seatbelt to mitigate rollover risks.